We're pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing Jones.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through the pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, the ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Here's Jones on 1st down.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 8 coming up. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken from about the 12. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st as they bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 10 Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Pulls it in at the
and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
Let's go. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Right, 97.
Cook up the gut. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw on 3rd down. Kramer. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
63 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
They run once more with Taylor.
And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
This pass complete to Melton. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
The middle, here's Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Colts continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Moore, the man in motion. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The option to give to Taylor here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain. That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
He's able to find Melton.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 27, Jones flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jones to throw on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's got room. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 22. 112 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. They've had a tough time tracking him down all night, and that might have been the best chapter in the Super Bowl book so far.
And I don't want to jinx him, but I just saw the engraver walk by with the Super Bowl MVP trophy. Maybe it's in order for him.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. To throw on 2nd down. Kramer, touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we're all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Jones.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
36 yards.
And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Pulls it in at the 13.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. And I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
127 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. 4 yards remain for second down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
A 33-yard attempt.
Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship.
This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.